The Abington Environmental Infrastructure Improvement Project is being led by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in partnership with the Township of Abington. We started this project in 2015 and it was just recently awarded for construction in October of 2024. The purpose of the project is to stabilize, naturalize, and improve ecosystem function along Sandy Run Creek at Roychester Park and Grove Run Park in Abington Township. Specific objectives are to enhance and restore aquatic, wetland, and riparian habitat, improve infiltration of floodwaters, stabilize stream banks and reduce erosion, control invasive species, and reconnect floodplains. In Roychester Park, the banks in the above-ground sections of the creek are currently severely eroded and disconnected from the surrounding floodplain. Furthermore, invasive species and other factors reduce the quality of the habitat. In Grove Park, the main section of the creek is channelized with concrete, which reduces the aquatic habitat value and increases water velocities during storms. Here in Roychester, the construction activities will consist of about 800 linear feet of stream bank stabilization and floodplain restoration within this reach here. Additionally, we have about 600 linear feet of sanitary sewer replacement, including 4 replacement manholes. With that construction, we have the replacement of 2 culverts, 2 bridge locations upstream and downstream at Silver Ave. They will be replaced with steel prefabricated footbridges. One of the main goals of the project here is to take the sanitary sewer away from the stream channel itself to prevent any interaction of the sanitary sewer with the flowing stream itself. That includes the 4 manholes moving outside of the existing alignment. One of the other goals is to reduce that stream bank erosion, preventing that sediment from the eroding banks from entering the stream. Included in that is both stabilization of the bank itself, but also restoration of the inner floodplain, lower floodplain berms within the stream channel itself. In terms of stabilization, we're using mostly natural materials. We have some riprap at the toe of each slope for toe protection, but we're also incorporating large woody debris to serve the same function as the rock stabilization. So the long-term goal with using natural restoration materials is to provide that stabilization over the interim until the vegetation establishes. So once the vegetation and that root system establishes throughout the bank system that we're creating here, those natural materials serve less of a function and they can naturally kind of degrade, but the bank itself will still remain. In terms of construction limits, the majority of construction is contained within and adjacent to the stream itself. The vast majority of the park will remain untouched. We will have some construction machinery accessing these locations, but in terms of the majority of construction, it will be, just along the stream corridor. Okay, here at Grove Park, we're downstream of Roychester, where we just were. We have a continuation of a project here that was built in the 1980s as more of a flood control, flood conveyance type project. So what we're doing here is building off of that, maintaining that flood conveyance, but naturalizing the stream channel with, again, some of that floodplain benching, laying the banks back, floodplain restoration. In the forested floodplain up to the right, we'll be directing some of the stormwater from a ditch system up that way into the forested floodplain to enhance both the wetlands and encourage more infiltration of that stormwater in the existing floodplain. The existing footbridge will be maintained. Again, as in Roychester, the majority of construction in the park is right along the stream channel itself. The rest of the park itself is mostly maintained as is, with the augmentation of additional plantings throughout. Part of the construction process will involve shifting the fence line of the existing dog run back a few feet and then extending on the other side to maintain the same area overall.
The Abington Environmental Infrastructure Improvement Project is critical to the township meeting its state requirements under the MS4 program. This project is a substantial portion of the township's permit and will have a significant impact on our watershed. Our partnership with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers provides a significant savings to Abington taxpayers. Through this partnership, Abington is responsible for 25% of the total project cost. This cost share not only provides significant savings, it helps us achieve our permit requirements while accomplishing mutual goals of stormwater management. For project updates or to follow along, please visit www.abingtonpa.gov/USACE project.